Hey guys, what is up? It's Chrissy Dreams. I'm back and I'm on quarantine. I've been on it for a week. My husband has been working though, but I actually wanted to get on here and talk about some disturbing video that I had seen on Facebook. So the video was basically this black chick. She was sitting down on the couch. And I don't know who was recording. I guess the dude's friend was recording, but he started beating her. Like, I'm talking about really beating her. Now, I've never seen a woman get beat before in person, but I have seen aftermaths of women that have been beat. And it seems like the men, they want to hide it. That's why you ain't going to have a lot of men that's going to beat his girl in front of his friend. But I'm looking at it and he's just hitting her and beating this girl, and I'm like, I'm waiting for the dude that got the camera to like knock the hell out of this guy, like knock his block back. But he didn't do nothing. He was like, man, hey man, you should have knocked the snot out of him. And that's why a lot of black women be like that. Black men, they don't protect other black women. Like, they won't get into it. Just like those little black boys that stomped out that little black girl. It was amazing to me that it was all these grown black guys standing around and you didn't do anything to help. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. But I just wanted to check on you guys to make sure you guys are okay. I was like, let me check on my subscribers and make sure they're okay. So please comment down below if you're alright. How long have you been in quarantine? And I've basically pretty much been doing my college work to keep me busy, and I also been watching a lot of documentaries. And I can say there's been a lot of documentaries that have brought me to tears, and some of them, not really. Some of them I clicked out of because it just wasn't interesting. But I actually came across this documentary about this guy. His name was Kalief Browder. And what had happened was he was out or whatever, minding his own business, and some dude had said that he stole his backpack. Now the thing is, they didn't find no black backpack. They didn't find any evidence that this dude had done any of this. And this is how they've been doing it for years. They have always been, look, law enforcement have always been most of the time locking up people for things that crimes that they didn't even commit. You got people being executed for crimes they didn't even commit. It's crazy. So they did an interrogation, and after the interrogation, he pretty much was sent to Rikers Island. Now, if you don't know what Rikers Island is, it's a very bad place to go. And a lot of people that have did time in Rikers Island, if they did survive it, they get much props when they get out. That's how bad it is. But he had went in there when he was young. I think he was around, if I'm not mistaken, he was around 16. He was young when he went in there. And what had happened was that he was getting mistreated by the officers because he wasn't trying to do what they was telling him to do. Like, they was telling him that he has to abide by these kind of rules and stuff, and he was just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You're not gonna take my freedom away. You're not gonna tell me that I have to give up this, or I have to give up my time on the phone, and just stuff like that. Talking about, oh, if you don't do this, we gonna beat you up, and that's pretty much what happened. He wouldn't he wouldn't do what they was telling them, what they was telling him to do. Like, they basically wanted him to be a punk and do everything that they wanted him to do, and he was like, no. And that's a real alpha male. I can say that guy was, that's a real alpha male. We need more males like that, because some people go in there, they like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, yeah, I do it, and they just be somebody's bitch for the next 2 to 3, 4 years. And he was like, he wasn't doing that. So they used to jump him, the guards would beat him, they would starve him, they wouldn't feed him and stuff like that. You know, they beat him until he was bloody. They showed pictures of him where he was all bloody from being jumped by a whole bunch of guys. Like, I know about 10, 20 people, but his family members said that he could fight, and I can see in the videos he could hold his own. I mean, just because you get jumped and stuff does not mean that you got beat up. A lot of people get jumped every day. But if you have to jump somebody, that means that you don't have no fighting skills. If you have to jump somebody, they know they couldn't beat him by himself. That's why they had to jump him. They knew that he had hands. And they knew that they couldn't beat him by themselves, so they had to jump him. But it was really sad. Now, if you haven't watched, you know, the documentary, and you don't want to hear about it, then you can click off of this video right now. But most people hear what it's about and they'll go watch it. I'm that type of person. Guys, I gotta look in this mirror up here because I gotta make sure that I'm doing this eyebrow right. But yeah, and the thing is, when he finally got out, he was so lost, guys. He was lost. He couldn't. He, first of all, he couldn't understand why that happened to him, and why it was so much injustice. You know, you gonna lock that guy up and you don't even have all the facts and figures. He had an alibi and everything, and you gonna lock him up for all those years. And they should be, really, I don't know if they were, but they should have been prosecuted. But I know his mom was doing something with that. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think his mom passed away. I'm not for sure. I will have to put that in the down below in my video description. But if I'm not mistaken, she did pass away. I'm not for sure. But it was sad because he couldn't even come back to reality. Like, he was so messed up from the experience of being locked up for something he did not do. Just imagine somebody taking you away like that, and on top of that, you know you didn't do anything. And then you got all these people in here telling you that you gotta do this and you gotta do that, or they gonna beat you up. And then on top of that, you got the guards beating you up. So unfortunately, he took his own life because he couldn't deal. He just couldn't deal with it. And I think another reason why is because he had another case coming up that he had to go to court for. So he was just like, man, forget this. He said, there's no way I'm going back up in there. There's no way. I'm not doing it. I can't deal. There is no way that I'm going up in there. And I cried because that could have been my nephew, you know, that could have been a family member, that could have been a cousin of mine, or anything. But like I tell you guys today, there's so much injustice today. That's why I tell a lot of people You gotta teach your kids, the right way. If they get stopped by a cop, you tell them, don't mouth off to them, because let me tell you something, cops, not all of them, but most of them will try to just mess with people to see if they have that authority. They cops want to remain on top. They want to know that they have authority over most people. And that's why you see all these videos of people getting harassed by cops and stuff, because they want to know if they still have the authority. And people, it makes them feel good to be able to make a decision over somebody and they can't do nothing about it. Everybody wants to have that kind of power. Who doesn't want to have that kind of power? What I say goes, and if you don't do it, I'm going to put you in jail. So, but you gotta teach your kids that, first of all, you gotta teach them that all cops aren't the same. But if they do get a cop that's one of those authority, I call them authority cops, and they just gotta prove themselves. Just tell them, don't yell at them, just follow what they saying. And if they still lock you up for something that you didn't do, just go to court. You'll beat it. You'll have a judge. You'll have all your evidence. A lot of people, they want to record the cops, but I would do a hidden camera, because on a hidden camera, cops will do more. If they know that you ain't recording and you don't have no camera, they'll do they'll do more stuff to you, more criminal stuff, like hitting you and stuff like that. But, and also another thing is to teach your daughters that they have to protect themselves. Like this is 2020. You would think that people will actually have a heart and would help you, but in these day and time, people ain't trying to help you. People are not going to help you. They're not going to help. They are not going to help. So that's why you have to help yourself. You young girls out there, you have to help yourself. And carry something on you. There's a lot of weapons you can carry on you that are not, that if you do use them, you won't get in trouble. But a lot of people be scared. They be scared to protect themselves because they scared to go to jail. And it's crazy, but like I told you before, I don't give two rats butts about going to jail. If somebody's trying to take my life, no, I'm going to fight for my life. And if that person loses their life for what I did, you shouldn't have tried to attack me. But I'm not going to sit there and just let somebody kill me like that. Nobody should. But you got a lot of people are scared because they don't want to go to jail. But let me ask you guys a question. Would you rather be in jail or would you rather be in a grave? Answer that question. I think a lot of you guys would say you would rather be in jail than be in a grave. I asked my sister that question. She was like, yeah. She said, I'd rather be in jail than be dead in the grave. Yeah. You think about that next time somebody wants to try to take your life. You think about that. Now I'm putting a disclaimer on here. I'm not trying to tell people to go out, and harm people. But if somebody's trying to harm you, you have to protect yourself. It's just human nature. Don't be scared to protect yourself. And you can ask questions later. But don't let nobody take you out like that. That's all I'm saying. Don't let nobody take you out like that. And with this going around, this daggone coronavirus, I just seen some guy robbed 7-Eleven. These people down here are so stupid. They keep all they do is rob 7-Elevens all day long. That's all they do, y'all. They rob 7-Elevens down here. And 7-Eleven, they got them good cameras like Walmart. So, they probably end up finding him. But they shut down a lot of stuff. They shut down barbershops. Stuff like that. They shut down nail salons, hair salons down where I'm at. I was like, I know a lot of women, they hurt and they like, come on. That's why it's good to learn how to do your own makeup. And just learn how to do your own hair. Stop having to go to people all the time. See, we as women, especially black African American women, we need to learn to be more culture. Yeah, be more culture. Because you never know what can happen. And then you don't know nothing. You don't know how to do your makeup. I don't really need to know how to do nails. Cause I don't need all that glitz and glamour or whatever. But you got a lot of people, they need that. I just do simple makeup. I gotta put my earrings on. But yeah, you got a lot of women, they really don't know what's going on. You know, they crying about certain stuff. Like Pampers. I was telling you about the one lady that was crying on YouTube. She made a YouTube video talking about she needed Pampers and this, that, and the third. And really, I would like to know how old her baby is. Because a lot of these kids I see nowadays, they be like grown-ups with binkies in their mouth and still being Pampers. I be like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all parents doing? When your kid starts to walk, it's time for them to start the potty train. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you got a lot of people having kids and then they don't know nothing about how to really potty train. So why are you even having a kid if you don't know nothing about anything? Don't they have books out for that? On how I know they had books on how to potty train. I just feel like, oh my God, we just gotta pray for some people, man. That's all we can do is pray for them, because a lot of people, they need prayer. And we have to be more culture. Because I bet you if we put some of those women that's in Africa and them other countries in our predicament and just give them a place to stay, don't give them no toilet paper, don't give them no Pampers, don't give them none of the resources that we had, I bet you some money they will make a way. I bet you. I bet you when you go visit them again, they will have made Pampers. They will have made cloth diapers. Cause I was talking to my mom today. She was like, "Yeah." She said back in the day they didn't have no Pampers, guys. They used cloth diapers and stuff like that. So when people is crying about they need this, that, and the third, they didn't have that back in the day. You women need to be more cultured. You're manufactured. I mean, you got a lot of women they can't even cook a 3-course meal because they've been microwaving their whole life because most of them got a lot of kids and maybe they don't. That's not an excuse. I don't care how many kids you have. You should at least be able to cook them one good meal. At least one good meal for that week. At least one good meal and stop giving them microwave food because it's frying their daggone brain. You don't hear about the those heat waves and stuff, those radiation waves when you microwave food. That's why you got a lot of them kids. They act funny. And I'm not trying to be smart, but some of them kids they be acting real funny. And that's why, because y'all sit there and feed them microwave food all day. You're frying your kids' brain. Like fix them a meal on the stove. And stop cooking them noodles all the time. Like, you think them kids want to eat noodles all the time? Noodles have take a long time to digest. If you gonna cook them noodles, cook them some real spaghetti noodles. Put a little sauce on it. If you don't want to do something big, put a little sauce on it, some little cheese. Maybe put a little bit of like maybe some steak or something, a little bit of meat up in there, and give it to them. They'll rather have that than have to eat oodles and noodles for the whole freaking week. That's, you know what kind of torture that is. That is torture. I mean, I still eat oodles and noodles, don't get me wrong, but to have to eat them all week, no, man. And if you're gonna cook them, then cook them up good for them. You know, put some meat up in there. I think that lady Auntie Faye, she had a recipe on how to feed, I think it was like 7 people, how to feed 7 people on Roman noodles. And she spiced it up. She put she cooked it in the pan. She put grease or whatever grease she put in the pan, and then she put her noodles. So she was cooking her noodles like that, and then, you know, she added the water and stuff like that until the water evaporated. But she hooked them noodles up. She was putting all these seasonings in there. She put steak in it. Like, be creative. Be creative. If you're gonna give them noodles, be creative. Chop the noodles up real fine. Because I know a lot of kids, they don't want to eat vegetables. But if you feed them these noodles, they have to have some type of vegetable, guys. You just can't feed your kids noodles like that without any kind of vegetables or anything, because that's how kids are getting overweight. Noodles will pack pounds on you. Yes, they will. Noodles will pack some pounds on you. That's why I had to cut back eating on noodles, because they make you gain a lot of weight. So if you're gonna cook them noodles like that, make sure that you could put some vegetables on the side, or chop up some vegetables inside of the noodles. Just don't feed them noodles like that. And then on top of that, you giving them all these snacks and stuff, and then you wonder why they're constipated all week. Like, come on, y'all, stop. Y'all got to do better. I see this all the time. It's all the time down here. This is the first place I've been to. No, not the first place, but maybe the second or third place that I lived at where I seen, you know, people going into panic, but they not buying what they need to be buying. You worry about buying toilet paper. You supposed to be buying canned goods. You buy a whole bunch of canned goods, because if anything go wrong, get the tops that pop. If anything go wrong, you can just eat them like that. But if you don't have anything where you can warm up food and they cut your electric, oh, well, right now they can't do that anyway, but there's no telling when a catastrophe could hit us like really bad. And then what are you gonna do? How you gonna warm up the noodles? You know, how you gonna warm them up? A lot of people, they don't have the money to buy no freaking good generator. If you gonna get a generator, you gotta get one of them good ones. One of them that costs at least $100 some dollars. Ain't nobody buying no cheap generator. We all know when you buy cheap, you get cheap. Nobody's trying to do that. You want quality. I always look at quality. If I buy anything, any brand or whatever, I'm looking at quality. How long is this gonna last? You know, what kind of perks does this product have? That's what I'm always looking for, quality. I don't care, you know, I really don't care about the price. I'm not a price person. I really don't care about price. I'm looking for quality. You got a lot of people, they shop different. Some people look at the price, they don't care about the quality. You got some people look at quality. and they don't care about the price. I'm the kind of person, I look at quality. I don't care how much it costs. That's just me. My husband, on the other hand, he looks at the price. We're totally different, but that's just how it is. But guys, I just wanted to come to you and just share some things. I wanted to come and make sure that all my subscribers are okay. If you don't have to go out the house, just stay in the house. This virus is still going around. There's still people dying, you know, dying in seconds from this. But the thing that I really found out about this virus is that it attacks your lungs, and basically most of these people, they're basically dying of pneumonia. So that's why I got the pneumonia shot. When they gave me the flu shot, he asked me that I want to get the pneumonia shot too. And I was kind of surprised because I didn't know they had a pneumonia shot. All I know about the flu shot. But also he gave me the pneumonia shot. So now I'm protected by the flu. And I'm also protected by pneumonia, because that's the scary thing about the flu. When you get the flu and you get it in your body or whatever, your body is trying to fight it off. But if it gets down in your lungs and you get that pneumonia, that's where you have to start like really fighting. Like, okay, come on, we gotta do something. This person right here, they have pneumonia, and you can get, with pneumonia, you can get fluid on your lungs. That's why a lot of people, let me tell y'all something. I never had fluid on my lungs, but my youngest brother, he did. And when I tell you, you cannot breathe, you're going to have a hard time breathing. And I'm so glad that he got that fixed and everything, and he's good now. But I'm telling you, you will know. You will know, guys, most of the time if you have any kind of fluid on your lungs, or if something is wrong with your breathing and stuff like that. That's why I had to get back into my exercise routine, because I was kind of slacking. But I got back into it, and now I'm definitely going to be getting on that treadmill 3 times a day, and I'm going to be at least burning 400 calories, which is 12 laps, and that's about 3 miles. So I got that down pat. Guys, if you don't know what to do and you're hunkered down, there's so many things you can do. You can read. You know, if you're a TV person, you can watch TV. I try not to watch the TV all the time, because most of the time it's bad stuff. And I also want to keep down, you know, the electric bill. So I try not to watch TV all the time, because that can burn a lot of freaking electric. But if you don't have nothing to do, if you have a treadmill, or even if you don't have a treadmill, do some exercises, do some dance exercises. Turn on Rihanna, or turn on Beyonce, or any kind of music that you like, and just dance for an hour. You know, just dance for an hour. You don't have to do crunches. I keep telling people, I see people doing them. I hate crunches. Do you understand? I don't do crunches. I don't do crunches. I can't stand them. It's too much hard work, and when I come up, it's just too much. It's too much on my chest. I don't like it. I hate doing crunches. But I get on the treadmill. I want to show y'all an exercise that you can do on the treadmill, and it works your stomach and it works your glutes. So you don't have to do and I'm gonna show y'all that another time. So you don't really have to do what am I saying, crunches. There's so many different things that you can do for your stomach, and you don't have to lay on that floor and do a whole bunch of crunches, because I just can't do it. It's too much. I'm not even gonna lie, it is too much. So with that being said, I hope that everybody's doing good. If you're new to my channel, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe my channel, and share with all your friends and your loved ones. We're going to get through this coronavirus. We're going to get through it, guys. We can do it. We're going to get through this coronavirus. And don't worry, just be safe. keep washing your hands frequently. Wash your hands. Anytime you go outside, come back in, wash your hands. Go outside, come back in, wash your hands. It's just a routine that you're going to get. A routine. And this is good for us because it'll help other people be more sanitary. Because, you know, you got a lot of people in this world, they don't wash their hands. And I've seen it for myself. They don't wash their hands. So with us having this kind of virus, it's kind of a good thing because it gets people back in the habit of washing their hands, and that's what we need. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I love you guys. Always thinking about you. Until next time, it is Chrissy Dream signing off. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye, and have a blessed day.